I swear this is the hallway I just left a few minutes ago. It is. I recognize the drawing on the wall. I've been wandering for hours. This was a stupid idea. I should have tried to find more information before entering. Oh, this place is wicked. I'll never get out of here if I don't find some... A dead snake. That wasn't here before. At least I won't go hungry. Actually, this doorway wasn't here either. It's the way I came. By the storms, what madness have I walked into? This door being open, it doesn't bode well. Though, even if my death awaits, no quick death is better than one of dehydration and madness. And if it is down here, it shall not find me willingly. Come on then, shadows. Show me your best, and I'll show you mine. A body. As I expected, death is here. Though perhaps not my own. Who are you, stranger? An adventurer like myself, or still breathing? Death's shadow shall not find you yet, friend. Allow me to inspect you. Your wounds are most grievous, though perhaps not beyond my skill. Scratches and a bite mark, no doubt from the snake lying in my satchel. Venom in the wound. Fear not, friend. This is one wound I can tend to. Gods. I pray I never have to do that again. But you're awake. Good. For a moment I feared you had passed away despite my best efforts. I know you must be alarmed, but I mean you no harm. Quite the opposite. I am attempting to help you, to heal you, though I am well aware I lack the experience in this area. You were bitten by a snake, though I have removed the venom from your system. It is now your other wounds I must tend to. The venom has affected your tongue, but your eyes speak enough. There is something in your satchel. There are many things inside your satchel. Books, parchment, the studies of a thinker, though I am not certain how these might help. Oh, this small beaker. What is it? The liquid inside is, well, it's red. The color of blood and anger. But also the color of the heart. Do you wish to drink it? I see. Well, lean your head back for me, please. My, your wounds are already healing. This is most unnerving. What is it? Some kind of sorcery? I'd heard tales of you land folk and the arts you practiced. But this, it is beyond dreaming. Nah, the drink has restored your tongue. Explain. A healing potion. Fascinating. Tell me, how does one brew one of these potions? Never mind. I'll just take your word for it. We Blades of the Hills prefer not to use such items for injuries. Even bandages are deemed beneath us. We feel it makes us stronger to suffer through pain alone, rather than being aided, either by medical supplies or by magics. Yes, that is where I'm from. I'm a hill warrior, a barbarian, as you land dwellers call us. Ah, I see you've tensed up slightly. No doubt our reputation has reached your ears before. No need to fear, friend. I was cast out by my people. I've never been one for their traditions. And they finally had enough and made me leave the tribe. I've been wandering these lands for the last few months, exploring the world, like our forefathers once did, before my kind grew afraid and clung to the hills for protection. What brings me here? Well, I saw this dungeon and thought there might be treasure. Gold, gems, perhaps even a mighty weapon or two. I have grown attached to old Brutus here, but if some of the stories of ancient weapons are to be believed, I have grown attached to old Brutus here, but if some of the stories of ancient weapons are to be believed, I might stumble across something that could fracture a mountain in two, and that is something I would like to see. What of yourself? Are you here for a similar reason? Academy. Scholar. I do not know this word. What does it mean? Ah, a school! Why did you not just call it that? Still, I fail to see why that brought you here. Why'd you not just call it that? Still, I fail to see why that brought you here. You are looking for the astral navigation charts. Yes, I'm sure it's very interesting, but, well, it isn't. You're a fool for coming here. Your arms are thin, your form scrawny. It is a wonder you haven't been killed by one of the many traps along the way. Why, I barely survived through sheer wit, and you... You have studied this dungeon. No wonder you made it so far. I'd wagered you've studied every hallway, prepared for every trap. But that didn't prepare you for the snake, did it? I am only jesting, my friend. In truth, I am quite impressed by your claims. Tell me, before you fell unconscious, did you know for certain where it was you were going? I see. And were we to find this dungeon's central chamber, would you know the exit? I see. Very well then, my friend. I shall accompany you to find these ash charts, or whatever they're called. Very strange name. No, I insist. couldn't have you dying after all the effort I put into saving you. And besides, I caught whiff of gold when I entered here, and I am not leaving until my pouches are overflowing with the stuff. Lead the way. This is the hallway I was trapped in. Be careful, my friend. It kept me here for many hours. I was unable to escape until you arrived. A pressure pad? If you say so. Yes. I see. I shall step over it carefully. There. That door wasn't there before. I suspect it is the way forward. Stay behind me. If anything comes this way, it will regret it did. This is the central chamber, no doubt. So close. I wonder if I would have ever found it had you not arrived. Yet, I do not see any gold. How annoying. Nor your charts, for that matter. In that coffin. Perhaps you're right. However, this is not the first dungeon I have conquered, my friend. I suspect, once removed the lid, another trap will be sprung. Did your research tell of any in this chamber? I see. Then we shall be the first to discover them. Prepare yourself, friend, and fear not. I shall do my best to defend you. And my best is quite a lot. Storm's bones. Your charts are here, but not a single coin. Yes, I'm aware of the skeleton coming to life. Give me a second. There. It is now enjoying its second death, and it deserves it. What is the point of building a tomb for some pointless old parchment? I've wasted my time. Those charts are useless. There's not a single point to them. They have a finder's fee. My friend, why didn't you say so? How much? Well, that is quite a lot indeed. Not as much as I was hoping for, but enough to sate the aching in my coin pouch. But what of yourself? Surely you didn't venture into this dungeon solely in pursuit of knowledge, especially when coin is within arm's reach. You are very strange. But if that means I get the whole reward, I shall not complain. Tell me, are there other dungeons you are planning on venturing to? Perhaps other charts you intend to liberate? If so, perhaps I could come with you. Help you recover them, given how important they are. After all, your research is certainly important, but it's not enough on its own. Why, with your brain and my everything else, we would be an unstoppable team. Come, my friend, let us leave this place. Find a nearby inn to stay the night and discuss this over a nice cold mug of the tap water you people call alcohol. Oh, I guarantee I will drink you under the table. Alright, my friend. Take a deep breath. And prepare yourself. Are you ready? I'm not sure what there is to be ready for. After all, this alcohol is little more than tap water. It couldn't even stun a fly. But it's only fair to ask. Very good. Those are fighting words. There's a warrior in your heart yet, my friend. Very well. If you're certain, on 3. 1, 2, 3, drink! Another victory under my belt. No surprise there, of course. Oh, don't look so ashamed, my friend. We have been doing this for months now. And you barely reached halfway down your mug by the time I finished mine. Not a terribly threatening display of prowess, but it doesn't matter. You are a thinker, as we have discussed. You make up for your lack of liver with a wealth of mind. And that mind of yours has certainly made us wealthy. Wealthy indeed. Why, if it weren't for you and the various artifacts we've uncovered, I would still be wandering aimlessly, moving from town to town, dungeon to dungeon, without a purpose other than survival. Just surviving. Which, I suppose, is what we're doing now, but with you, I can actually enjoy it. Even with that pathetic liver. Barkeep! Another! Something stronger this time. I want to feel like an orc has struck me across the skull. And I do speak from personal experience there, my friend. I am! How dare you doubt me? Why, it's how I got this scar here. Right across my brow, you see it? Have I not told you the story in our time together? Well, my friend, it's something I'll have to correct. Prepare your ears. 'Tis a story with action, blood, and murder. How is this story different from the other stories I've told? That is an excellent question. It's different because I have not told you this one yet. Yes, you cannot disagree there, can you? Now shut up. Allow me to refresh myself with this beverage, and I shall tell you the tale of the Green Riders of the Black Hills. I would like to see you come up with a better title. Now, are you going to allow me to start? Thank you. 'Twas a dark and stormy night, fairly typical for the hills of the Blades. They are not a pleasant place. What was not typical, however, were the Green Riders moving across them. Green is an uncommon color upon those hills. Any grass that lies upon them is long since dead, so the orcs riding atop their dark war beasts stood out like a sore thumb. They rode from settlement to settlement, farm to farm, killing whoever they found, and taking what little supplies survived the rampage. They did not kill to survive, you see. They killed for sport. It is not a mindset we Blades are completely unfamiliar with, or unsympathetic towards. But the orcs had made one large mistake. The settlements, as you might have guessed, were in our territory. The people living there were under our protection. So, as soon as the clan heard of the greenskins moving across our lands, killing those who live there, we sent a small group of our greatest warriors to track them down. And kill them. I was one of the group's leaders, as you might expect. My experience is legendary after all. But I was accompanied by a battle brother of mine, named Cuddle. Ah, what's up, my friend? Ah, yes, Cuddle was a very good friend of mine, a mighty warrior. Though we are not related by lineage, we had an even stronger bond, as we were tied by the blood we shed in war. Past tense. Whatever does that mean? Yes. I no longer consider him a friend. Once my views on the Blades became apparent, they were one of the first to force me into exile, in a manner of speaking. But stop distracting me. This is my story, and I will tell what I wish to tell. Now, where was I? After days of following nothing but death and destruction, we found the orcs in the middle of a feast. They conquered the largest settlement not owned by any of the clans, cutting through the few warriors protecting it with brutal ease. As we approached, we noticed a smell. The smell of a certain kind of meat. Not rare upon these hills, but still uncommon and outlawed by most clans. Yes, my friend, it seemed they'd grown tired of the taste of human food and decided to eat the humans instead. Your face! So pampered, you landlubbards. Fear not, my friend. Never have I taken one bite of human flesh. Though the smell coming from the village was certainly tempting. I'm kidding. Learn to take a joke. Do they not teach humor at your academy? Obviously, it's not something you take naturally to. Anyway, we knew the orcs were cowards, only fighting their superiors when their backs are against the wall. So we adopted a method uncommon to us, being the way of stealth. Despite not being used to such tactics, we took to silence quite quickly, and soon the dozen orcs that had attacked the village were whittled down to just 3. Whittled. Do you like that word? I learned it from you. Soon, it was just the orc chieftain and its bodyguards in the village center. And by that point, they knew we were there. They called us out, and we answered. 3 against 3. A fair fight. More than they deserved. I took the chieftain, Cuddler, to the bodyguards. When we fought, let me tell you, my friend, we fought until those streets ran red and green and could risk losing no more for fear of dying. Have you ever encountered an orc before? Plenty of people have. Very few are able to speak of it. Only the strongest and most skilled are able to survive against them. To stand up to the feral screams, mighty limbs as thick as trees. It takes much bravery to even face them, let alone fight back. Thankfully, as you know, I have more than my fair share of that emotion. I rushed at the chieftain, old Brutus here in my hand. The ground was wet and slick with mud, which worked to my advantage. You see, the monster swung its club at me, aiming for my head. And I know what you're thinking. It wasn't that blow that gave me the scar. Such a strike would have knocked my head clean off, I tell you. No. I managed to slide beneath the swing,
using the wetness of the ground before plunging my blade into the creature's stomach. Hot, green blood oozed out from the wound onto my hand. Any other foe would have fallen from that, but the orc just laughed. It gripped me, raised me by my shoulders, then struck me across the head. Such a blow I've never felt before or since. There is such power in those vicious beasts. They're a far more deadly threat than most people know. I fell to the floor and blacked out immediately. When I awoke, I was surprised I was still alive, expecting the old gray man, Death himself, to be looking down at me. Instead, it was Cuddler. Stabbed the ogre in the back while it was focused on me, and kept me from leaving this plane for one more day at least. He had left both the chieftain's bodyguards beheaded behind him. Made the thing look easy, and always was the better fighter. Cuddler and I returned to the clan, victorious. But the clan's leaders were not happy when they heard what we told. They said what Cuddler had done to save me was cowardly, and chained him up. When I tried to help, tried to free him, he acted like everything was my fault. Like I was dishonoring him by breaking the traditions just as he had. I left before the clan could chain me up too. And now, here I am now. Apologies. I did not mean to darken the room, any more than I already had at least. I simply am tired, I think. The Blade's leaders cling so desperately to their traditions. They have long grown outdated. Never did they account for the modern-day foes we would fight, nor the threats we'd face. But still, they act as if breaking these rules would shatter the very hills they cling to. So, we're trapped. Stagnant, as you would say. Stuck in all ways, outnumbered and overwhelmed by every other faction in this godforsaken realm. Takes me to a dark place thinking of such things. But at least I'm now here, with you. So not everything is terrible, is it? But, if you'll excuse me, now, my friend, I think I shall retire for the night. We've had a long couple days, and my body is craving not only the warmth of the inn beds we booked, but your body heat as well. Come. Let us venture upstairs, and forget such dark tales. Even if it's only for a few moments. Let us enjoy the beauty of each other's presence.
Falling behind. You can't be tired already. We've only been walking for a few hours. And we have several more miles to go before we reach our destination. Oh, don't moan. You're the one who chose this tomb as our next location to plunder.
The reward will be worth the trouble,
You said. Well, would you say it has been? You're right. I'm sure we'll feel much better once that gold is filling our pockets. Come, let's not tarry. My friend, would you not rather walk another few hours rather than wasting time with another 5-minute break? You've had several already. Well, I do not care for it. Come here. If your weak legs will not carry you, then mine will have to carry us both. Oh, don't look so flustered. It does not bode well to linger here. Not in these woods.
They're too dangerously close to the hills of the Blades for my liking. And I had a troublesome experience passing through here on my exile. Nothing worth mentioning. Just your typical bandit scum. Though, they won't be banditing anymore. Let's just put it that way. You don't want to hear the details. They darken your impression of me, more than our previous adventures have. And I wouldn't want you thinking badly of me. I value your opinion too much. What's that? Nah. Well, that's very kind of you to say. Do you feel safe with me in these woods, being cradled by your strong barbarian protector? If there are any bandits watching, I'm certain they've turned away in fear of our might. Well, mostly mine. But I'm sure it's partly because of you as well. Have you been to these woods before? I'm sure you did your research on them, given their proximity to our destination. Yes, they have a bloody history, even known to my people. Legend tells of great wars that were once fought here. The amount of blood shed, enough to fertilize the trees that surround us now. That's why they're called the Bloodwoods. Yes, I know you know that. I simply enjoy saying it aloud. Bloodwoods. Bloodwoods. It has quite a presence to it. What I'm getting at, my friend, is that these woods are not a pleasant place to be. Why, if you're not busy fending off the ruffians and murderers, you're busy being stalked by one of the feral wolves that stalk amongst the trees. I've been keeping an eye out for them. None have crossed our path yet. Though, don't drop your guard. That is just what they're waiting for. Given the dangers I have mentioned, friend, you might suspect people to avoid these woods if they can help it, and most do. Yet, as is often the case with people, some are just too stubborn to let something as weak as nature tell them what to do. There is a house not a half mile from here. The people there are strong, hardened. I stayed with them briefly during my travels. They were very kind. If you wish to rest briefly, we shall do so there. It is the only safe place in this cursed forest. Oh, I'm certain many have tried to destroy it, or claim it as their own, but as far as I am aware, none have succeeded. Storm's bones. That smoke. Come, we must hurry. Stay behind me, till we know it's safe. Something terrible has happened here. Samuel! Martin! Can you hear me? Rest easy, kindred. Your brave souls will burn bright amid the halls of the dead. This savagery on display here is not unknown to me. Do you remember the tale I told you some days back? Of my battles with the orcs. The scene here. The burning buildings. The wounds on the bodies. It reminds me very much of those inhuman creatures, and the delight they took in inflicting pain. Such delight. Forgive the diversion, my friend, but I would very much like to find the ones who did this. And that artifact you have us after. That won't be going anywhere, will it? After all, it's rested in that tomb for hundreds of years. And will do so 100 more, lest we pry it from its cradle. This takes priority for the moment. It is important to me, as these people were. They were my friends. If you wish to journey on ahead, I understand, though I would prefer... Thank you. As I said before, stay behind me while I inspect the scene. We do not know if the area is safe yet. Whoever did this, whoever killed my friends, subtlety was not in their nature. Samuel here lies split in two. Though whether it be through sheer strength or with a weapon is unclear to me. Too much blood to tell. In fact, the amount of blood covering the scene is making it rather difficult. Wait. Storm damn me for a fool. There's footsteps. I was so caught up in the violence I didn't notice them. Look at the size of them. Massive. Similar to my own. Whoever made these was strong. Or at the very least, large. Follow me. I would like to see where they lead. How strange. They seem to end here. As if they disappeared into thin air. Why, it's almost as if... My friend, watch out! No, I'm fine. Are you alright? He was aiming for you. Yes. Yes, I know who this is. You can come out, Cuddler. I know it's you. There you are. Using a bow and arrow now. I see you took the clan calling you a coward to heart. Never thought I'd see the day. Oh, trying to intimidate me. You know I'm not scared of you. Just like I'm willing to bet the people you murdered weren't. Is that why you killed them? Yes, I know it was you. Who else would it be, you block-headed buffoon? I'll call you what I like. Even call you coward again. Unless you tell me what you're doing here. And how you became a filthy murderer. That's it. They refused you a bed for the night, and you murdered them for that? Somehow, I expected more. I take back what I said. You are a coward. No better than the orcs we fought so many moons ago. Struck a nerve, have I? Good. I'm going to be doing far worse than that when I get this storming arrow out of my shoulder. Don't bother opening your mouth. I'll learn why you came here through your broken teeth. Here, my friend. Will you help me? It's lodged deep, isn't it? What are you doing? Don't you dare point that bow at them. They are innocent. They have nothing to do with... Fine. I'll listen. Just say what you have to say. Tell me your purpose for being here. But lower that bow. You want me to come back with you? Back to the hills. Back to the blades. Storms, that is rich. Let me guess. Did the clan ask you to do this? To reclaim their mightiest warrior? I'm willing to bet they thought I'd be persuaded by your friendly face. What did they offer you in exchange for finding me? A return to the way things were? Your honor being restored to you? Given what's transpired here today, I doubt you will ever reclaim it. Yes, as far as I'm concerned, we are bound by the blood we shed no longer. You are a disgrace in my eyes, and all who behold you will feel the same, even if they don't realize why. You disgust me. You do not deserve the oxygen you breathe, let alone the axe you wield. I swear upon the lives of my friends, upon the soul of my honor, you shall not wield it once this day is up. Yes, you heard me right, Cuddler. Cuddler the coward, I should call you. I'm challenging you to a battle. You against me, us steels against one another. And this very day, this very spot, when the moon is at its peak and all is dark, we shall meet here, and storm, mightiest of all mighty gods, will decide who is the true coward between us. You, for your actions, or me not killing you sooner. Are we agreed? Or are you going to kill me now, already injured? Perhaps not all hope is lost after all. Very well. As I said, we shall meet here tonight. One of us will die. Or perhaps both of us will. Regardless, there will be blood. Shed in vast amounts, I should imagine. Make what amends you can before we meet, brother. For I doubt you will have a chance afterwards. In fact, I promise that you won't. Good. He's gone. Slunk away like the coward he is. Now, I do require your assistance with this arrow. Like I said, it has certainly stuck deep. Thank you. No, don't worry. It's only a little blood loss. I've suffered much worse. In fact, it might work out to our advantage. A cunning plan begins to form inside my mind. Now, I think it's best we make camp for the evening, my friend. Already the sky is darkening, and there is much to do before my final battle with Cuddler tonight. Certainly not how I was planning for this day to go, but we must make do with what fate gives us. There will be blood this evening, and as warriors, we each must prepare in our own way. I am not certain if I expect to survive. I know little of this new version of Cuddler we have encountered. He is certainly not the warrior I knew many months ago. That being was terrifying. I was thankful to count on him by my side. This version seems but a shadow. The fire has left him. Still dangerous, of course, but that won't stop me. I plan to avenge those he slaughtered. I will fight as hard as I can to ensure that this is not the last time I enjoy your company. Now, come. We have much to do. And I have a very important favor I must ask of you.
Awaken, my friend. Yes, it's nearly midnight. Cutler should be here soon. He might be here already, simply remaining quiet and out of sight. After what he's done, I wouldn't put anything past him anymore. Yes, my wound still lingers, but it's fine. I've suffered worse, I promise. No, I'm not worried. You don't live to my age without learning to trust your senses. And mine are like that of a fox, as sharp as any animal's really. Oh, not as sharp as my instinct. It lets me see the inside of the souls of people, my friend. Lets me know who I can trust, and who I cannot. I thought I could trust Cuddler once. Obviously, that is no longer the case. But I know I can trust you. Where Cuddler would stab me in the back, you would shield it. And I can never repay you for the aid you have given me, nor the favor that will hopefully seal my victory. Yes, without it, I am not certain I would win. Cuddler is the better fighter. Not only because he's quicker and faster, but because he cheats. I have been known to do so on occasion, but Cuddler has made his signature move. It is why he cannot be allowed to win. He has no honor. He does not deserve to keep breathing. What's that, my friend? Yes, I know he's approaching. Now do as we discussed. Stay back and stay out of the way. And above all, do not interfere. Trust me. It's for my sake. He's a blade. He'll sever your neck before you can blink if he gets the chance. And the anger that would fill me would make me sluggish. No doubt providing him with the killing blow he needs. I will not say goodbye, for even if things go wrong and I should die, know that the two of us will meet again one day. Now let me show you how the blades of the hills settle personal matters. Cuddle the coward. Finally arrived, I see. Bold words for a dead man. Yes, if you have any doubts, I fully intend on ending your life here, Cuddler. I find your mere existence embarrassing. The fact I once called you friend disgusts me. And I will suffer neither of these feelings any longer. I hope you made amends, because soon, very soon,
One of us, or perhaps both, will be meeting the old gray man. You think I don't stand a chance simply because I'm injured? Because my blood still leaks from the arrow you so cowardly shot at my companion? I promise you, coward, you are in for a surprise. Are you ready? Good. I wasn't going to give you another second anyways. These are for my friends, you murderer! Ha! Strong block cuddle. But it won't save you, nor will your axe. What? Don't like being called a child's name? Well, then perhaps you shouldn't cheat like one. This should... Good dodge. Perhaps I judged you too harshly. But it matters not, for you are a murderer, and murderers are not worthy of mercy! What? Hidden blade. Hidden in your hand. Very sneaky cuddle. Very in character. In fact, I've seen you use it before, haven't I? Back when we fought the orcs. It was a favorite tactic of yours. Lure them in. Grant them confidence. Then take it away with a single subtle stab. I'd seen it before. And still fell for it. You were always a coward, Cuddle. And a hypocrite. Always preaching to follow the Blade's codes, but never doing so yourself. So unbelievably naive. Did you think I would walk into battle with an opponent such as yourself and not have a plan in mind? Did you truly believe I was stupid enough to rely solely on my skills against someone who I knew would cheat? I'm not you. I don't even know you. Everything I thought I knew was fake. A mask you hid behind to make people like you. You're no real warrior. No blade. But neither am I. Not anymore. And that's why I'm going to win. My friend over there, who you so coldly dismissed as nothing more than a partner, a sidekick, they are the smartest person I know, and they have taught me much in the time we've been together, including how to brew healing potions. I see the confusion, the fear. Something you haven't accounted for. How terrible. It's not nice when your opponent cheats, is it, Cuddle?
I've never felt stronger in my life. Let me tell you, my friend. If I had fought you when I first left the hills, I would have lost. Back then I was little more than a stupid barbarian. Completely deserving of the title the people of these lands called us. But not anymore. I am a blade no longer. A barbarian no more. I am an adventurer. A hero. And I've had enough of you. Ugh! I didn't intend to send you flying so far. These potions really are something. Oh, what's the matter, Cuddle? Trying to run? Did things not go your way? Are things not going to plan? Too bad. What I'm about to do to you is every bit deserved. Don't scream. You deserve this. You deserve worse than this. And if I were who I was months ago, I would kill you. Were I who I was a few moments ago, I would do the same. I would send you to the old gray man and be done with you. Storm look down upon you and call you coward, and I would laugh, thinking about your soul being torn into nothing. But seeing you now, on your knees, begging pathetically, it sickens me. I should kill you for your victims. But I am not who I was. I've learned many things from my friend. Among them, the art of subtlety. So, this is what's going to happen, Cuddle. I'm going to take the knife you stabbed me with and introduce it to you, as you have done so many others. I will not kill you. Instead, I will impart upon you a message and show the rest of the blades exactly what happens to people who test me when I am in a forgiving mood. Be sure to remind them, if I ever see any of them dare to venture down from those hills, I will be a lot less kind to them than I was to you. Is that understood, you pathetic little creature? Good. I doubt you had the capacity for a moment there. Now go. Go with the word coward scarred upon your skull. Scurry off with your tail between your legs. Leave my presence. And bother my eyes no further. Finally, it is done. My friend, where are you? There you are. For a moment, It doesn't matter. Oh, don't worry. I'm here now. I'm alright. It looks like our little strategy worked, didn't it? Oh, give yourself more credit. I could not have won this battle without you. Now, come here. Let me hold you.
even though your potion healed my flesh. The cold of Cuddle's dagger still chills my bones. Briefly there, it seems I would be meeting Storm, sitting high upon his throne. But I've staved that off for now. Instead, I am here with you. And I find there is no place I would rather be. What's that? Oh, no. I'm not worried about Cuddle, nor the Blades. Once they see how tremendously he has failed at his chance at redemption, the clan will make what I just did to him seem pleasant in comparison. I hope seeing my talent with that dagger didn't ruin your image of me. You know who I was. The things I've done. But I promise you, that is not who I am anymore. I am your partner now. Your fellow adventurer. Not a barbarian. Better. More. We raid tombs, not villages. We have a future. And hopefully, once the Blades see what someone who forgoes tradition can do, they'll realize how stagnant they've become. Some of them, at least. I'm certain we have not seen the last of them. No doubt there will be others that seek to test my mettle. Whether to return to the clan, or to forge their own reputation. But I am not worried about them. After all, I have you by my side, don't I? Like I said, my friend, my truest, deepest, most noble friend. There is no place I would rather be than by your side.